Everyone on Not a Straight Line Live, this is your Act 1 beginner's call. Beginners to the stage, please. Act 1 beginners.
Hello, dear listener. Oh man, am I pumped or what? Yeah, so much has happened just in the last 24 hours. So yesterday I talked about how Not a Straight Line is evolving into the wealthy artist, and there is now a method and a process behind becoming a wealthy artist. Jim, during my call with Jason on Tuesday, he encouraged me to look back over the last year, what I'd been through, what I'd done in order to be who I wanted to be. And as I reflected on that and trying to come up with a memorable name for the framework or the process, I came up with Spark. I'd kind of started to figure out the different steps of the process before I came up with Spark, but then I had a little bit of a chat with ChatGPT just to kind of find alternative words and whatever to make it up. But Spark to me really speaks to the activation energy that I bring to people and projects. It's an energetic word, and what the Spark method is to become a wealthy artist is S is support, it's people, the people around you. P is perspective, that speaks to mindset and belief, your psychology. A is about activating your story and getting your platform in place to continue to get your story out into the world. R is regular practice. So whatever art is at your core, what is your regular daily creative practice for that art? For me, for example, at the moment, it's a daily self-tape, that sort of thing. And K is know your value. So creating systems and processes to create and maintain a sustainable income outside of what you're currently doing for work. So there's 4 days left. Thursday, this episode is going out on. No, it is Thursday. So this episode is going out on Friday. So there's 3 days left. See, I'm still confusing myself with recording these episodes the day before. So it is Thursday. So this episode is going out on Friday. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I just wanted to talk in a bit of detail about Spark. So then on the Sunday episode, I'll kind of wrap it all up and give you an opportunity to spark your journey to becoming a wealthy artist. And today I wanted to talk about S and P because they're, for me, the two pillars are on which the two foundation stones, which if you don't have on the start of your journey to be a wealthy artist, I could almost say unequivocally that you won't make it. The support that I put in place at the beginning of last year, the beginning of 2024, is probably the number one thing that has allowed me to achieve what I've done in the time that I have, not least of which because it informed and facilitated the P, the perspective, the mindset shift, the belief changes. And I'll be totally transparent with you. Last year, I invested over $10,000 in coaching in order to get me to where I want to get to. I knew that in order for me to be different, then then things had to be different. And one of the things that I've never done in my life up until that time was make that kind of investment in myself, deliberately in myself, specifically to become a version of myself. Sure, I've spent a lot of money on programs and courses and books and stuff, but this was very deliberate to solve the two problems that I set out in that video that I recorded in an ambulance, I think it was, wherever it was, last year. You know, these the two problems. Check on YouTube. Just go to the first 6 videos that I put up there. So support is absolutely essential, and it's not just the support that I paid for, you know, the coaching and mentoring that I paid for. It's also family and friends. You know, there are a handful of people who shared my vision for who I could become, and it kind of goes back really to one of the daily episodes I recorded a week or so ago, the more certain or less certain. You know, are the people that are around you, do they make you more certain or less certain about you becoming who you want to become? So the support, the S of Spark, is absolutely crucial. And then the P, well, if you don't change your mindset, then you can basically, all bets are off. I had a guest on Not a Straight Line, one of the final conversations I had for, in fact, if not the final conversation I had for Not a Straight Line this week, a lovely human called Michael Whitehouse. Kind of sad that his episode is not going to go out on the podcast, but I will definitely be working with him and collaborating with him. I have no doubt. And I asked him a question. I can't remember what question he asked, and he kind of smiled and he said, "I'm really glad you asked that," because he had a podcast when he first got into the online space, and he interviewed people who are very successful online about their success. And he said 80%, at least 80%, if not more of them, ascribed their success to a change in their mindset. And they can pinpoint the change that resulted in their success from the point where they changed their mindset. And that is absolutely 100% true for myself as well. And I know that the tools that I got access to as a result of paying for the coaching, and the commitment that I had to apply those tools in my own life, probably because I had made that investment in myself. It's really only when you make those kind of bets on yourself that your subconscious says, "No, okay, that's kind of important. You really need to apply that." And I've spoken elsewhere on this podcast about my daily practice of meditation and tapping and hypno breath work, and that's been absolutely crucial. Like if I hadn't changed my mindset and got that energy shifted in me again that I've spoken about elsewhere, then nothing would have changed. I'm absolutely certain of that. So those are the two aspects of the Spark method. S is support. Who do you have around you? And P is perspective. What's your psychology, your belief, your mindset? And just remember that if there's any part of the Spark method that you think you need help with, then that's why I'm here, and that's why the Wealthy Artist community exists. And there are various ways in which people will be able to, or you will be able to engage with me in the community to support, and back to that S again, to support you on your journey from where you are to where you want to get to, living your dream artistic life. So that's the S and the P. Tomorrow, Saturday's episode, I'll talk about the A and the R, possibly, maybe just the A. I don't know. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go along? It's such an exciting journey, and it'd be really great to share that journey with you. So until then, just remember, I love you. Oh, and one other thing. Before you go, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Not a Straight Line. If anything in this episode or any of the episodes has stirred something in you, that quiet voice, that little niggle saying there's got to be more than this, or that ache in your heart when you see others living their creative dreams, don't let another year slip by. I've been where you are, trapped, watching my artistic self slowly fade away, but I made it out, and you can too. Let's chat about your second chance. Head to notastraightline.life/chat, because the world needs your creativity, not your compliance. Until tomorrow, love and be loved.